Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I am GDP and today I am releasing the ToC tier list for Idle Heroes. I would like to start off by saying that synergy of heroes is pretty much absolutely required, and I'm also not going to talk too much about the C and D tier list. Pretty much any hero that's in most likely B and lower should not be taken into the ToC. Um, but just some quick highlights out of here. Um, Out of the D tier list, the only one that's probably somewhat relevant would probably be Athaqua, maybe burn a hero out in round one, but that's basically about it. Might be able to sustain a little bit, but probably not. In the C tier list, you have Nakia, who will be able to reduce speed of the backline heroes, and also you have Unimax will be able to taunt and help you survive a little bit. Aspen, maybe if he gets an active off into the later rounds, might hurt people, but that's highly doubtful that he'll live even for that. Horus and Cthulhu could be tanks to get you into later rounds, maybe for your carry, who knows. And then Penny, if she comes out in the later rounds, her basic and active could actually hurt a lot. But that's all I'm going to talk about in the C and D tier list. In the B, we got Tara, Ada, Olivia, a 9-star Cruz, Emily, an Aiden, and also a Michelle, a 5-star Michelle. Tara and Ada, they're okay. They're probably not going to do a whole lot. Tara's might be able to seal off some heroes and prevent them from doing stuff to allow your heroes in the upper tiers to do some things. But overall, Tara's not going to be too impactful in ToC. Same with Ada, unless you have a splendid A and B on Ada. She's not going to really get to do a whole bunch, and there's better heroes to have splendid A and B on. Olivia, she's going to provide you some damage reduction and some heals, but once again, not going to really do you too much. She possibly can move into the A tier with a solid team, but I don't think she really belongs a solid A tier. Maybe B plus, but I don't want to make a B plus in this. Cruz, if you have him at 9-star, maybe if you have an extra Rui Scepter, slap a Rui Scepter on him, maybe you get some nice stuns on him. That's pretty much the only reason why he's in the B tier list, is that he can provide some good stuns. Emily is in here, same with Aiden and 5-star Michelle, in here for working with Mim cheeses. Aiden's a little bit of a cheese himself, but the Emily and the Michelle are more for Mim cheeses. You could probably use these heroes just to provide a little extra attack to your Mim, but other than that, most likely probably should not be taken. Let's go ahead and move into the A tier list, starting with Mim. Mim is a solid hero with Holy Damage Attack, Antler's Cane, and Kiss the Ghost. You can run him, most likely you're going to want to run him one of the last heroes so that you have the scaling damage already built up, and if a hero dies, preferably a carry at this point, you're going to do a lot of damage and hopefully melt a team. I have seen teams run Mim cheeses as their starting lineup. I don't think that's the best option, but I have seen it. So I do think Mim is the best for your last slots. Moving over to Bellrane here. Just to keep in mind, I do not have these heroes at all in any particular order in their tier. I just kind of just put them there when I was building the tier list. Bellrane is there just to sustain your team. You can run a splendid A and B with an attack stone, tank Russell light arrows. You could also run a speed heal or speed attack with upgraded magic stone sword or demon bell. Preferably the magic stone sword, just so you can stay alive a little bit longer and provide some heals. The demon bell, just if you want to do like a speed advantage in round 2. But other than that, you should probably go with the magic stone sword. And then on to Drake here. Drake is, I mean, you guys know what Drake does. This is pretty much the standard build for Drake. There's nothing really different about him. In ToC, he belongs in A just because he can help you kill others A and B heroes. So yeah, he's really good. Deserves a slot in A. Not really much needs to be said about Drake. Everyone should know about Drake now because just about everyone has Drake. Almond Raw, I believe Almond Raw is an absolutely phenomenal hero in the ToC. I particularly run Almond Raw with a speed HP stone, with a splendid crown. It is really, really, really good for eliminating Gerudas, especially splendid A and B Gerudas that are carried by by 5 carries. It also helps stop Ignises, Bellranes, and also can help prevent against a Russell active with her shields. So preferably the best build is speed HP or HP with a splendid crown. You could go with a fearless armor or a demon bell. I know it's not called fearless armor anymore, but I'm still going to call it fearless armor. And then on to Rogan here. Rogan has a few different builds. You can go with the crown, splendid A and B, or just go tanky runes power for the free to play option. You're going to want to go with speed HP. That's probably the best build there. But if you are going with the splendid A and B, you're going to want to consider either speed attack or attack. HP holy damage attack is an option, but I still believe speed HP is the better one. So yeah, not much to talk about Rogan. He gives speed, gives attack. It's great for your team. Really good. Gives you the early round pressure, which is really good in ToC to try to burn through heroes. And then on to ToC. ToC, I have a plethora of different builds. I have tested him a bunch, and I have found him to have a lot of different use with a lot of different builds. My last ToC, where I basically changed my name, and then when I was sitting at 60th place, I got pushed up to 4th place without even attacking. People were hitting me, and I was winning, and I didn't have to spend any tickets. I was actually running a Radiant Staff of Punisher. I was going with the speed attack on that build. So if you do want to run the Staff of Punisher, it is full damage to keep in mind, so your ticks might die, but it does give early round pressure and possibly kill off heroes, especially those pesky Russells or Gerudas. You can go more of a tanky build with Crown or Magic Stone Sword upgraded or Withered Armor. You can go with speed with a AMB, Rui Scepter, or a Withered Armor. But if you do want to go with the Splendid AMB, you are going to want to take the Speed Attack Stone. If you're going with the Rui Scepter, most likely you're going to go with the Speed HP. I currently have Speed Attack just because of Dust, but it does work. But yeah, so if you're going to run a Receptor on ToC, you're actually going to want it at the maximum level so you can get the maximum benefit out of your CC. But most likely you're going to be breaking down that Receptor in multiple forms to run on multiple carries. Let's go ahead and talk about the S tier list. Starting off with Sherlock, right off the bat, I did notice I did forget one build in here. I should add in a upgraded candy bar into the glittery version here, just for preventing doves. But you can go with a Magic Stone Sword, you can go with the Crown, you can go with a Splendid AMB, you can go with a Receptor or an upgraded Receptor, or you can go with the Speed Boots Tread of Lightness. I think it's whatever, I call them Treads. I forget what their full name, but basically Speed HP crit. Any of these builds are viable. I personally, since I have Receptors on carries or my ticks, I run Magic Stone Swords or Crowns. I do see some people running Splendid AMB with an attack build just for those -1s on Russells. But all these are viable. When I release my version, I am going to add in the glittery candy bar. I did forget to put that here, but that is an option. On to Geruda. We have Holy Damage Attack HP with a Crown, probably one of the better builds. Or you can go with Splendid Torch, or you can go with a Splendid AMB if you decide to run that with an attack or Holy Damage attack, preferably attack, just so you can get those -1s on the Russells. It is pretty pesky if you run this build and you have 5 carries on your team. Pretty hard to kill, but Splendid AMB Geruda is starting to get a little more common, so I put that here. I personally don't run it, I run the Crown, but I do see a lot of people run it. And then on to Russell here. I think Russell should be run pretty much no matter what with a speed attack stone and a splendid AMB. But if you don't have that option, your other options are Crown or a Rui Scepter or possibly a Wind God. I didn't put that on here, but that is an option. Or the Spirit Destiny. But once again, I didn't put that on here because I don't think they could be useful. I think one Russell with Splendid AMB is pretty much all you want. So yeah, that's pretty much self-explanatory. Everyone knows Russell by now. Then on to Ignis. You have the Speed HP Stone, HP, or the HP Heal effect with the Crown or the King of Demons. Either build is really good. If you don't have the spare Crown, King of Demons is perfectly fine. But if you don't have a King of Demons, obviously you can run the Fearless Armor. So I didn't put it here, but you could run a Fearless Armor. And then on to the S plus tier. Carries are pretty much reviving infinitely. Just keep in mind you can't run 6 carries. If all 6 carries of yours die, you lose. If you don't know, once a carry goes into ToC, she cannot come out, so there's no substitutes. So if you have 6 carries in your main team, none of your substitutes are going to go in, ever. Once your carries die, you lose. So the maximum you can go is 5, and then you can have your 6 as your last substitute. But 5 is the maximum you want in your main team. Rui Scepter is going to be the best build with speed attack. Speed is the name of game here with carry. Once she revives up, she comes with energy, and you just want her to active everyone and basically kill everyone. That's going to happen a lot in round 18, 17, 19, 20. Basically, everyone's going to die off carry active. And also, the death passives when she's dead hurts a lot. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this helps you guys out in ToC, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.